It is January 5th, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I am Marshal Manlove from My Sports Reports and Delaware Sports, and a special interview segment here today. First of all, the broadcast you are about to see is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you want a funny show, an interesting show, visit my website at marshalmanlove.com. And we will have a blast. Find out more about my show, see a bunch of videos, pictures, etc. Go there, please. I won't let you down. So in our quest to meet as many championship athletes from around the country as possible, I have managed to make contact with one of the most successful high school programs in the state of Virginia, the Loudoun County Volleyball team. And hopefully when I hit this button, they will all appear on the screen. And I say hopefully because occasionally they don't appear. But let's see, on 3, 2, 1, and there they are, the Loudoun County Volleyball team. They can't see themselves on this particular screen, so just keep that in mind. And already, our show's number one fan, Joey V, has said hello to you all. The Loudoun County captains are coached by Mr. John Semchek. And Coach, thank you first of all for Senchak. I'm so sorry. Thank you first of all for bringing everybody here. Appreciate that. Say hello to our number one fan, Joey V, who's waving hello over there. Can you hear me okay, John?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, great. All right, so this is how, I don't know if you can see how you are set up. So picture this, you are in the upper left-hand corner. So there's 2 rows of 3. In the center is Morgan Appel. Morgan, say hello. Let's test your microphone.
Hi.
In the upper right-hand corner is Audrey. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Audrey.
Hello.
And it's Audrey Stroop. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. In the bottom left is Sarah Jordan. Say hello, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah Jordan.
And now for some reason in the center is the group of 3 of you from, let's see, from your right to left. Introduce yourselves. It's my left to right. It's your right to left. Yes.
I'm Hannah Mullen. I'm Elena Johnson. And I'm Delaney Roseanne.
Okay. So we got Hannah. And who was in the center again? Who's in the center?
Elena Johnson.
Okay, so I have to write this down. Hannah. Elena. Pen broke. We're gonna have fun, okay? Trust me. and Delaney, okay. And then in the bottom right is Anna. Anna, introduce yourself. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Anna Smithson.
It's Anna, okay? My apologies.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing I want to talk about here is you've won 10 state championships in a row, 4 under your new head coach. Congratulations for all that. The most fascinating thing I find about this is when I got this information from your coach, who is a retired U.S. Army intelligence officer. And as opposed to everybody having nicknames, he says you all have call signs, and that makes me smile. I'm not exactly sure why, but Coach, talk about the reason why we're calling them call signs as opposed to nicknames.
Okay, sure. The call sign actually has functional utility in the military, and it's used to disguise or to keep secret, especially in communications, the person you're talking to or the person you're talking about. But more than that, it gives members of a team a sense of identity and a feeling of belonging. When you get your call sign, you know you've arrived. So one of the ways that we use them tactically is, I can yell into my captain on the floor. Sarah runs our offense, and I can tell her, okay, hey, Rogue, feed Rue, if that's the hitter we want to go to. And we can do it openly, and no one has any idea what we're talking about. But more than that, it's just the call signs they're designed to bring out the personality of the player that they're assigned to. And if you talk to each of the players, they'll tell you why they have a call sign and why that's what it is.
All right. Then let's start with Morgan and tell everybody what your call sign is.
My call sign is Mustang.
And why Mustang?
It was given to me by my senior captain the year I was pulled up to varsity. She said it was because I can jump high and run fast, but I really think it's just because I'm a horse girl outside of volleyball.
Okay. All right. And you are a senior, is that correct?
Yes.
And how many years were you a varsity player there at Loudoun County?
I got pulled up for playoffs my sophomore year.
Okay, so you have 3 state championships under your belt there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And are you going to play volleyball in college by any
I
chance?
am not.
Okay, are you going to college somewhere?
Yes, I'm going to the University of Kentucky.
Ah, Kentucky. All right, very cool. Very cool. And you received an honor, I see here, the Honor in Leadership Award. Tell me about that.
I got that award, I guess, because I just showed responsibility on my team, and I was always respectful.
All right. Audrey, what's your call sign, and how'd you get that? How'd you get it?
My call sign is Meerkat, and although I'd like to think it's because I'm fast and always popping up in and out of places, Coach named me that after a National Geographic video of a meerkat calling for his friend Alan.
I used to watch that show, Meerkat Manor. I mean, like it's just he's popping out of a hole somewhere and looking up into the sky and warning all your teammates. That's great. I love that. Fantastic. So tell me a little bit more about you, Audrey. What grade are you in? How old are you?
I am a senior this year, 17. I got pulled up my sophomore year, and I'm the right side since junior year.
Okay, fantastic. So what was some of the, give me a big highlight for you this year, Audrey.
I guess really seeing VCU for the first time on the court, because we didn't get to play the state championship at VCU last year because of COVID. So, I mean, seeing it my sophomore year, it just looked so big and scary. And I was scared even like sitting on the side with the team of the court, but seeing it this year, it's not all that bad.
Okay. And Anna Smithson. Go down to you there.
Hi.
Hi. You are a freshman, I hear.
Yes.
Wow. That's in any state, whether it's Virginia, here in Delaware, anything like that, where you have a team that has the success for a freshman to make the roster is an honor all in itself. So congratulations at that. You must be very good.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say that you are. And what's your call sign?
It's Lobo.
And how did you
It's
get that?
wolf in Spanish.
And how did you get that?
I kind of had to ask about it because I was like, what's Lobo? And he said it was like a scout in the Army leading the way, which I thought was really cool.
Okay, fantastic. And did you, Oh, I see that you actually participated in the state championship match too,
Yeah.
right? And I guess that kind of happens infrequently at your school, especially as a freshman, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was some of your highlights for this year? What stands out to you?
Just making the team was incredible, and meeting all these girls was such a great experience for me. Seeing how nice they all were and like how loving, supportive they were to freshmen or just anyone.
All right, that's a good answer. Let's go to Hannah.
Hi.
Hi. What grade are you in? How old are you, Hannah?
I just turned 18 and I'm a senior this year.
All right. And one of the captains of the team. Now you have,
Yes, sir.
so I see that you're called the popular captain. Can
Yes,
somebody describe what's a popular captain and a captain?
So we have two captains, Rue here and Sarah. They're our captains that were chosen by coach because they're great leaders and they were just made for the role. And then the popular captain, we voted on a third. So the team wrote down who they wanted to be their captain and we counted all the votes and they chose me. So yeah.
Congratulations. It's because of your
Thank you.
positive energy, correct?
I would like to think so, yes. Yeah.
And then what's your call sign?
So my call sign was Mongoose, but it was recently changed to Pale Rider.
All right, so you're gonna have to explain that for me. First of all, how'd you get mongoose, and then why the change to pale rider?
So mongoose was, I don't know if you know what a mongoose is. It's like a little animal, and they look really, really cute, but then they have like a little bit of like a mean side. So that's what coach gave it to me because I guess I don't look very mean or aggressive, but I have that side to me when I play volleyball, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and then coach changed it recently, just to like mix it up a little bit, you know. I think mongoose fit me pretty well, but I didn't really know too much about why I had mongoose, so coach changed it recently to Pale Rider.
Okay. All right, I like it. Elena Johnson in the middle there.
Okay.
The libero
That's me.
of the team. You stand out from everybody because you have to wear the different colored shirt.
Yeah.
Get self-conscious about that at all?
No, not at all, actually.
I'm just kidding. And your call sign is what?
My call sign is Firefly.
Is that because you wear the different color shirt and you stand out in the crowd?
No, but that's yeah. It was related to someone that Suncheck knew in the military, and the girl was just like, she got it because she was very just strong and hardworking. So kind of just goes with that.
Okay. Junior, you are all district selection this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And all 3 years you played so far. So you were a freshman player too.
Freshman,
Yeah.
yes.
So you're good,
Thank you.
right? Yeah. So in our state here, we have one conference that's particularly powerful. It's the kids all go there. It's a Catholic conference. All the kids go there from middle school on up, and when any of these kids crack the roster as a freshman, it's a big accomplishment, and so congratulations on all that. So you have 3 state titles. Let me just switch and ask you this question here. So you come into a program when you got there that's had won 7 championships, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
And then you crack the lineup as a freshman. It has to be extra pressure on somebody who's especially and for Anna, this has got to be the same thing too, because you come in as a freshman. The team has won 9 championships in a row. So I'll go back between the two of you because you experienced that here. But since I asked you first, Elena, what kind of runs through your mind going through a tryout process for a team that has won that many championships? You make the team, but now you know that you pretty much have to win. What is that like for you?
It is very intimidating. That's like the only way I can describe it. Like all the girls on the team, they're super nice, but they're so intimidating to play with and against. But getting to know them, they're super sweet. But yeah.
Anna, same question for you because you just experienced this recently because you are a freshman now, of course.
I have to agree with Elena. It is very intimidating, especially if like you're so focused on not messing up. It's intimidating a lot.
Okay. Now, Delaney, is it Brosen or Bros? How do you say it?
Roseanne.
Roseanne. Okay. First of all, your call sign.
My call sign is Rue.
Okay. And why is that?
I was the littlest hitter at the time, but I could jump pretty high, so I'm like the baby kangaroo. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a special distinction here, I was told. First of all, you were, congratulations, named first team All-State.
Thank you.
But your special distinction apparently is that you are the shortest outside hitter in Loudoun County high school history to be named first team All-State. Congratulations, I guess.
No, I had no idea. Thank you.
So how tall are you then, Delaney?
I'm like 5'9".
Okay, that's still pretty good size. Still pretty good size. I just thought that was kind of funny. All right, and let's see. So you also played 4 years, 4 state championships for you. Let me ask you this question: what does the team do with the trophy that you earned? Does it immediately go into the trophy case, or do you all get to take it home and do stuff with it?
So, actually, this year at States, I asked Coach if I could take the trophy home with me. So the trophy stayed with me for like the first couple days, and then we took it to school, and it stayed in the trophy case.
Okay,
That's
so
a picture of it in Delaney's car.
that's what I was going to ask next. Where are the pictures?
Make sure it was seatbelted and everything.
All right, that's great. Yeah, love that. And then let's see. So you're all region, all district, and you're a 2-time Coaches Award recipient. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what does one have to do to get the Coaches Award for your team?
The Coaches Award, the two most significant awards at the end of the season for the team are the most valuable player and the Coaches Award recipient. The Coaches Award is more about presence and the way they interact. These are all fantastic girls, and they're really good together. And they have formal and informal leadership roles. But there are certain players who just simply by their presence make the players around them better. And in the case of Rue, I'm a better person because of Rue. So the reason that I selected her is that it's entirely subjective who gets the Coaches Award. Often the MVP should be the one who gets a Coaches Award too, but we can't do that. You'll get to Rogue in just a minute, but it's about her presence and the way that she leads her teammates, the way she treats them, and their response to her.
I like it. So congratulations on winning that one, Rue. Just love all these call sign names. I love them.
Thank you.
Sarah Jordan, welcome again.
Hello.
You're good.
Hello.
We're all about you. You are good.
Oh, really?
One of the team captains, setter and a right side hitter. And So you're like the real deal. You're going to play where at college? In college next year?
I will be continuing my volleyball career at Towson University next year.
Congratulations. The
Thank
Virginia
you.
Volleyball 4A Player of the Year, 4-year starter. Oh, well, 4-year starter?
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, 4 state titles for you.
you.
The volleyball team's MVP, finalist for the Gatorade Player of the Year. Do we know what the Gatorade Player of the Year was?
Yes, last year it was a girl from Blacksburg High School. But this year I'm in the running, so hopefully I don't know who it will be this year, but
Oh, that was my question. I didn't know if we knew who it was ultimately going to be yet.
Yes, we don't know this year yet.
Okay. And you're tall for a setter. How tall are you?
Yes, I'm 6 foot about.
Yeah, so any successful 6 foot tall setter is going to play college probably somewhere, right?
Yes, I'm very blessed with my height, so yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what was some of the highlights of the season for you, Sarah?
Definitely being able to be the captain of this great team. I joined the program when I was a freshman, so it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of time put into county volleyball and with these girls and building relationships with these girls. And I knew how much we wanted to win states. I mean, that's always the goal, obviously, and it's not easy, even though some people may see us winning states and say, oh, they always win states. Well, we put in a lot of work for it. So at the beginning of the season, we wrote down all our goals, and we put down winning states as one of our goals. So I knew we wanted it so badly, and just scoring that last point at the state championship game was super just incredible to be with these girls, and because I know how much we wanted it and I know how hard we worked for it. So that was probably the highlight of this year for sure. Yeah.
All right. And Coach, you were kind of in an unenviable position in a way coming to this school because they had won 6 state championships in a row. You had just come off a state championship season of your own, correct?
That's right.
With Tuscarora High School?
Right.
That's in the area, right?
Yes, it's just down the road. It's another Leesburg High School.
So when you get there, you have to win. You have to. You've just won with another program. You come here, there's 6, they've just won 6. If you come in second place, it's like failure. That's a lot of pressure for somebody. So congratulations. But at the same time, you win. You're like, okay, well, he's got a program that has won 6 years in a row. But what a lot of people don't really understand is that you can have a run of a couple years based on a couple good players. But for this program to continue on for 10 years, the 6 prior to your arrival, and then your 4 means that the coach is a very, very vital part of the program. So you had to take a team that had an established culture and then kind of either, I don't know if could you say that you changed it, or did you transition it into something of your own based on the girls' personalities that you had come with you here?
The reason that they're successful is all the girls looking back at you in those boxes right there. They all know that my goal is that I need to be the least important person in the room, because when the game starts, it's theirs. It belongs to them. But this is, we have to, every season we establish a new identity, because there are new players and it's a new construct, and they have new leadership and they have different skill sets. And the only way for them to continue to be successful is the leadership from within the team that gets on the floor. And the leaders for this team are sitting right there. You can look at them, and that's the reason that they win. Our libero is in there giving credit to other players, and that's one of the reasons that they're so successful. They are very unselfish. They don't care who, who gets the attention or, who gets the kill. It's all about the work of the team. And you're right about the fact that anything less than a state title for county it would be seen as a failure. And to talk about that's a standard. The standard is you have to be better than absolutely everyone else. That's quite a standard. But the girls right there, they continue to do this. Somehow they just keep getting it done. And one of the other things, Marshall, that is important to them is their connection with the legacy of this program. The girls who used to play here, the girls here that are seniors, they're going to check in on this team next year. They're going to watch them play. They're going to make sure that they're playing county volleyball and doing everything the right way. So I think that the long-standing tradition and the legacy and the girls who established this tradition long before them, they stay connected to these girls. They get a lot of confidence out of the kind of the history of this program, but they also live in fear of letting those girls down and being that team that doesn't succeed.
Yeah, understood. And girls, I think you probably have a little bit of a sense of what you're a part of here because you heard some stories, read about it for the years prior to getting there. But I think in 20 years from now, you're going to look back and say, wow, we were part of a program that was a dynasty in Virginia high school sports. And you get to live that right now, but somewhere down the line, it's going to even be more special than it is now, which might be hard for you to kind of fathom right now. Morgan, one of the things I like to find out about successful programs is the culture of a program. So what people that watch from the outside don't really understand, even from sport to sport within your own school, like the traditions and maybe superstitions even, or the things that you do to bond as a team. It's not just the game itself, the match on the court, but it's the lifestyle that people find themselves immersed in. Can you talk about what you have experienced and some of the things about the culture of your team?
We have a lot of traditions going into playoffs, especially that I feel like really bond us. One of my favorite ones is we all paint our left thumb yellow. I don't know why, it's just we've always done it, so I think it's something fun. Another thing that really motivates us is whenever we get a 3-0 win, we write it down on our wooden box that we use at practice. And I think looking back on that at the end of the season and seeing how many teams we've won 3-0, it's super motivating going into the state round.
And you had a couple of them in the state tournament too, 3-0 wins.
Yeah.
And Audrey, if I was to go down and watch your team play next year, and I wanted to eat somewhere before or after the match, where would you recommend that I go? And I'm not talking about like a chain like Applebee's or something. You go to Applebee's anywhere. But tell somebody who's going to visit you and watch you play next year where they should go to eat.
Well, our school's concession stands have really nice pizza.
Okay.
You're horrible.
All right. Hey, some people like concession stand pizza. That's it must be really good though if that's what you just mentioned, right?
It is.
Okay.
Marshall, don't let her off the hook. Meerkat, where does the team go when you go out to dinner?
We like to eat at Villa Roma or Zynga. Those are the places that we go if we want to like just take a break from practice and just spend time bonding with each other, and it's really fun.
But in case they're closed, just go to the concession stand and get some pizza, all right?
Oh yeah, and a Gatorade.
All right, Sarah, as one of the captains of the team, what responsibilities do you take on? There's two different kinds of responsibilities. One that the coach is going to give you and one that you kind of take on personally. What might those be?
Well, becoming captain, I didn't realize how much responsibility there is with that position. Coach has us trained to be leaders beyond high school and beyond volleyball. So some of the examples would be in the summer during preseason. My co-captains and I would lead the entire program in conditioning, and we would come up with all the workouts. That's one of the things. We would get all our t-shirts together. We would get our fundraisers together. That was really important. And it really taught the captains and I like responsibility for your people, because we have people under us. So it really showed us that there's more to just being a good player on the court. And we also have the responsibility of bonding with the girls and forming relationships beyond court time. So we we go to dinner sometimes with Coach, and he brings us, if not Zynga, then we go to Sweet Frog, and it's like Sweet Frog Friday, and that's a major time for us to all bond. And we all the captains come up with things to talk about during those dinner times. So it's just, there is a lot of responsibility, but it's all worth it when the girls respond well, and they always do. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hannah, let me ask you this question. If you had to change any rules at high school volleyball, what would you change?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think I would make the games longer because they're just so fun. Like they're 5 sets, which is already long enough, but like I don't ever want to stop playing. And I think then everyone would get to play, and that would be really cool. But there's not much that I would change. It's a great game the way that it is. So yeah.
Elena, how about you?
What would I change?
Yeah, besides your shirt.
I would change that the liberos can go to the front row to hit.
Yes, that is not allowed. You can't even jump. How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, well, you could reach over the height of the net.
I can get over the net. So
there's a little inside volleyball. I happen to referee volleyball. Do you attack it all from the back row?
So sometimes I get set accidentally. but sometimes.
Okay. Can you hit the ball over the height of the net though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Most of the time.
All right. Yeah. All right. So if you're watching this, you don't understand volleyball. The libero is a defensive specialist, and they're allowed to hit the ball over the net. Obviously, anybody is. But if they're going to spike the ball, they have to be below the height of the net. The ball has to be below the height of the net. All right. Let's see. Delaney, here's what we're going to do now. I would like you to talk about Anna and say something positive about Anna, what she brings to the team, what you like about her, anything like that.
Okay, Anna's one of like the sweetest people I've ever met. She's so outgoing, and once you really get to like know her, she's hilarious. Like I'm constantly laughing with her and at her. Like she's just so funny and fun to be around, and she has so much potential. Like I cannot wait to see her like these next couple of years. She's gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, very well done. All right, Anna, now it's your turn. I would like you to do the same thing for Audrey.
Audrey, she is so powerful. When I see her hit, it's like scary. Also, her speed is also insane. When she's just diving everywhere, I don't even know how she gets half the balls up. Yeah. She's
right.
also super sweet too.
Okay, good. It's good to be mean and sweet at the same time, right? All right, Audrey, same thing for you. Let's have you talk about Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah is literally like the sweetest person. It's a good thing that she changed her call sign from Mongoose to Pale Rider because she's just all sweet, all smiles all the time. It doesn't matter where she is, on or off the court. She's such a supportive player, and she's a really fun teammate to have on my team. And I'm so glad I could play with her.
Awesome. You're getting the heart sign there if you didn't see that. All right, Hannah, same thing for you. You get Morgan.
Oh my gosh, there's so many good things you can say about her. I've never seen her give up on any ball ever. Like, she will literally sell out for our team, and it's inspiring to see her play because it makes you want to be better. Like, she just has so much heart, and you can see the way that she plays the game. She plays with that heart, and it's really, really awesome.
That's a really great answer. Yeah, I really like that. All right, Morgan, same thing for you. You have Elena.
Elena, she is such a blessing to our team. As a libero, I think the three most essential things are probably leadership, communication, and court awareness, and she demonstrates those all perfectly. And she's also kind of everyone's personal hype man. Like, whenever you're having a hard time in the game, you just look at Elena, she'll tell you where the open spots are, she'll motivate you. It's so fun to play with her.
Yeah. You're all very good at this. I like doing this. Elena, you have Sarah.
Sarah, the captain. She gives tough love to everyone, but she means the best. She pushes everyone to their best, obviously. She is so supportive to everyone on the team. She knows how to talk to everyone separately. She's just a great person all around. Cannot wait to watch her at her school next year. Yeah, she's a great human.
Awesome. And Sarah, you get Delaney.
Okay, my co-captain, my little right-hand man. Delaney is awesome. I've been with her since year one, and I'm so glad to go through this journey with her. She's just a calming presence. I can always count on Delaney to be there to talk to me, to talk to others, to really bring us down to earth. And she's just super reliable on and off the court, and I always can go to Delaney for anything I need. So she's just the best.
Fantastic. Well done. All right. So I'll go with whoever raises their hand first here. Who would like to say something along those lines about your coach?
Wow, their hands fly up.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Thanks, Rogue.
Sorry, I thought Hannah was going to unmute, so I got confused. That's my apologies.
It didn't work, but I was going to.
Okay, you got next, Hannah. Okay. Coach is the definition of tough love. He will get in your face. He will push you to beyond your limits because he knows that it's all mental. He knows it's not physical. So if we're like, I don't know, like struggling through a game, he knows exactly what to say to you to get you back on track mentally, and he can always pull you out of a difficult situation. And even past the volleyball court, he's always there for us, the entire program, really. We could be in, I don't know, Oklahoma and scared or something, and we could call up Coach Senchak, and he would fly there immediately to help save us or do whatever he needs for us. So he is truly like the best authority figure and a great coach to have for sure.
Well done, Sarah. So, Coach, that brings up a question for me. I have seen how I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. So I have seen how men and women coaches can sometimes treat female teams a a little differently, right? So Sarah said you kind of got you're able to get up in their face kind of thing, and that might be a little cliche because you're a ex-military and all that. Maybe some people expect that, but I have seen male coaches not take that approach with female teams. Can you address that in some way?
Yeah, it comes from my military experience, as you alluded, because you're either a warrior or you're not a warrior, and the girls right there, as adorable as they are, look at them, they're just so cute. They're modern warriors, and the arena is their court. I had this question before about, why do you coach? Why would you want to coach high school girls? Well, high school girls respond really well to strong leadership, and I hope I provide that for them. And they're not. It is not in our nature to push ourselves beyond our expected capacity. But they all know now that there's a lot more to them than they expected. So, with Sarah, yeah, I can yell at Sarah, and I have. But over time, my relationship with Sarah changed. Over 4 years, when she was a freshman, oh yeah, I'd just destroy her. But now she's a senior, and she's a master of her craft. And so my growth with her this year was about her leadership and the way that she takes care of her players. So it changes over time, and everyone needs something different. I don't talk to Mustang the way that I talk to Meerkat. They're very, very different people. So I think that the critical part of that is understanding the best way to communicate with each player in a way that that you'll get a response from them, and that they'll get up and they'll get right back into the fight. Some of them, it's just, I love you, but right now you're really stupid. Get back out there and do what you're supposed to do. We've had other players where the conversations weren't fit for television. Ashley Rubino comes to mind. But they all need something different, and they all respond very well to strong expectation. Really, their success, if you ask, each one of them will tell you their fear of failure isn't about failure for themselves. It's about letting each other down. And when they get to the point where I am going to give you everything I have because my job is to take care of you, you're going to have a successful program. And these girls are the reason.
Yeah, and I think one of the underlying things that you bring out there is that relationships are important in all aspects of our lives, and how you have developed personal relationships with each individual player is a testimony to that, and the team's success overall. So what am I missing, if anything, about these girls that you want to mention, Coach?
What are you missing? I think I'd just like to highlight for you that, when you listen to what they have to say, and they're young and they're accomplished, but there's so much more to them than you hear. With the expectations that they carry every single season, I just want everyone to understand that they're human. And when you win 10 consecutive state titles, the words dynasty are thrown around, and they become almost machine-like in their approach to the game. But they're not. They're we have tears in our gym, and we have good days and bad days, and for some reason they have relationship problems. But just like everyone else, they're living their lives, and they're doing the best they possibly can. When they beat you every time that you see them, the little animosity tends to grow, but they're still high school girls doing high school things. They just do this better than everyone else.
So let me talk about or ask this. Morgan, let me ask you this. So the team has a lot of success. I think, if I'm correct, your team lost 2 matches out of the region during the course of the season. What do you say amongst yourselves to overcome that and take that forward into your next match?
I think the 2 games we lost were probably 2 of our best games we've ever played, and that's why we can't really beat ourselves up about it too much because they weren't in our conference. They were really, really good teams, and we played our hearts out. It just wasn't in our favor that specific day. We could have done things better, and it's just a learning experience.
And Delaney, this is for you as one of the co-captains. When you find yourself in those rare occasions, your team's down within a set maybe or something like that, who steps up? I guess you're one of the captains, so you probably step up. But what are some of the things that you might say to each other to try to lift yourself up and pull yourself out of whatever hole you might be in at the moment?
Whenever we get down, throughout the whole game, we're focusing on 1 point at a time. And I think when we get down by 5 or 6 points, I know I always told them, like, let's just get this next point. Like, we're focused on 1 point. And when we get the next one, then we focus on the next point. So we're not thinking about, oh my gosh, how are we going to come back from this 6-point deficit? We're just focusing on getting the next ball, resetting. And once we reset and go point by point, we'll get back to the lead.
Good. And Anna, so some of these girls are not going to be on your team here next year. They are graduating, going off to bigger things. Might not necessarily be better. I don't want to say that someplace you're going is better than where you are right now. What are some of the things that you learned from them that you'll take in with you next year?
A lot of them I've learned leadership. Also just playing with them, I've learned so much being on the court of where they put the ball or who to serve to, just a lot of volleyball knowledge and stuff.
All right. So does anybody have any final words that they want to get off their chest there by any chance? You can raise your hand. I will choose you. We cover everything? Everybody's shaking their head, yeah. Coach, anything else? Sarah, did you want to say something? Oh, no, thumbs up that was? Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right. All right, Coach, any final words?
There's really nothing from me other than I want my captain to have the final word here in this interview. I just can't tell you, every one of these girls has, and so, like Anna, who's just getting started, she has so much ahead of her, but they have seen so much and they've accomplished so much. And Sarah's riding out as their captain now, and she delivered on her promise of another state title. So I would ask, if you don't mind, Sarah, if you would, address the team and let us know what you have to say about them and close that out.
Sure. So if I was speaking to the entire team in front of me, I'd say this volleyball is a team sport, and we always have to remember that. We cannot, like basketball, someone can dribble up and down and shoot all the shots and not pass. But volleyball, you must pass to your teammate. You must say your other teammate. Not one person can win a game. So I think going throughout life and throughout continuing volleyball, it's not all about you. It is, everything can be accomplished with teamwork and hard work. At the end of the day, nothing can be accomplished without putting in the time and the energy. So if you want something bad enough, go get it, put in the work. Like Anna, if I was talking to little Anna over there, it'd be, if you want the things you want past college, put in the work now, keep working with these girls, forming relationships also, because you can't win a game without trusting your teammates and putting all your effort into the game and into your team. So teamwork makes the dream work, I guess.
That's right. All right. I think that's a great way to end it. Coach, good recommendation there, letting Sarah close it out there. I want to thank head coach John Senchak and the members of the Loudoun County Captains State Championship Volleyball team for joining us here. Everybody stay tight, hang tight for a second. Keep your mics muted for a second while I close out the show. I will be back to say goodbye to you very, very shortly. Wave goodbye to our number one fan, Joey V. He's waving goodbye to you. There he is. Okay. All right. And hang on, everybody. All right. You can see why they are champions indeed. Great attitudes, great kids. Can't wait to see them repeat next year. We'll have them back as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channels, My Sports Reports on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, wherever it is that you can find it, and have yourself a wonderful day. I'm Marshal Manlove.